But the point is that nothing really changes. You understand? In other words, your attitudes, moods, assumptions, they go right with you. So you get to start off in a new life, an extended life, because it's all, life doesn't die. It's just like that. I can't remember. But the feeling that I had, that I remember. And that was all I needed, was that feeling. Because I kept feeling after that feeling. And then suddenly it all opened up again. But getting yourself in a position to say over and over and over to yourself these ideas, these attitudes, these assumptions, these moods, to impress yourself, because as you're impressed, you express, right?
Absolutely.
So then you're just given control right there, weren't you? If you impress yourself with your beautiful ideas, then you'll experience them. But if you impress yourself with worry, well, you just get more worry. See, that telling you that all things produce after their own kind tells you the story right there. See, what kind are you producing? Because that's going to be your experience. You're either setting yourself up or setting yourself free when you're thinking feelingly about what. Is it lovely in a good report? Is it? You'll find out down the line, but better you know now, so that you don't have to face that. Because it's your word. It's all it is. What you're experiencing is your word. That's the word that was with God, and the word that was God is God now. Think feelingly on things that are lovely in a good report, and that's what you'll be experiencing. I said, oh, no. It's not that I don't have problems in my life, but you see, I go right to the source. Right here. I look back at when I was upset about something and thinking in the wrong direction. And now I'm experiencing that direction. And so I recognize right away, I must have thought something back here. And sometimes I go back and I go, but then every now and then I do remember the incident where I was talking about something that related to what happened to me. There's really no accidents. There really isn't. As you think you are, there's no accidents. So you're either in control or you're out of control. That's it. Attitude, awareness, imagination of control. That's your strolling home. You know, and as I've often said, you stroll into heaven or you don't get it. See? It's not a fight. Everything, they're fighting everything. Everything is a fight. No, it's not. It's an accepted idea solved. That's it. As long as you're playing with it as something that is going on, it'll keep going on, because all things produce after their own kind. That's the same thing with these wars. See, people can't watch that and not be affected in the wrong way. You watch that and you realize that's just man's insanity on a rampage. And that's all it is. And God can't stop it because he gave man choose this day. And that's what they choose to do. God's not going to go back on his word. But hey, if God's not going to go back on his word to do that sort of thing, why don't you believe all those promises he made you? Huh? They're still God's promises. He said, if you turn to me, I'll turn to you. What an invitation. I mean, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Now is the appointed hour. To do what? To think feelingly about who and what and you want to be, to do, to have. think feelingly only on things that are love. I said only. Think feelingly on things that are lovely and of good report. I don't know what it is. It's just something that hangs in there. But I actually see it, that that's the end. You know, to see everything lovely and of good report. That's the whole idea, isn't it? So it isn't wrong. It's just that it wouldn't want to be a command. If God tells you to think only on things, oh, well, that's it. It's a command. But why not think on things that are lovely and good report? Because what you're thinking upon grow. Well, it doesn't grow, actually. It's just every vision has its pointed out. What do you see yourself doing? See, that's the question to ask yourself. What do you see yourself doing? Well, why would you be doing that? You must have thought about it before, because you're always thinking ahead of your evidence. So you put those two together and you just saved your life. That's it. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I didn't make any of this up. I didn't even study it to make it up. I wasn't even prepared to study. See, I didn't understand half the words anyway. So. But I did realize, well, I don't know if I realized if it was given, well, of course it had to be given to me, but you see, the idea of giving you charge meant that set you completely free. There were no parameters on availability of fulfilling your thought, whatever it was, good or otherwise. And that's the reason for the warning that you think on things that you want to experience, not on things you don't. You know, what has your attention has your life. What are you giving your attention to? No. If it was something that you eat and you put in your mind and spit it right out, well, just do the same thing with mind. I ask a young folk, can you choose your next thought? And even at that, you're kind of puzzled. Well, what was this? So then he's kind of straightened up a little bit. He says, well, yeah, I can choose my next thought. Suggestion, don't stop. And he just looked at me kind of puzzled. Like, yeah, okay, well, have a nice day. And he turned around, let's go back. I'm not really that social. And someone said, how can you say that? I said, I'm not. No, I'll do this. I'll deliver to you your message. But just like your mailman, he doesn't come in and have coffee with you or anything. No, he just hops out, puts mail in the box, and he's gone. There it is. That's it. That's what I do. I come to these talks. I put the mail in your mailbox, and you can look at it and see, throw it out or read it. And sometimes I threw out things I didn't want to throw out, but nobody's perfect.
So as we're winding down, we've pretty much given them the secret to a happy life. What would you say in winding down?
I hope that's exactly what we did. I mean, that was the purpose of it, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, then we achieved our purpose. If they didn't accept it, that's not on our shoulders. You see, that's their own responsibility. And there's that word again, responsibility. Wow. And it comes just get under the desk. Yeah, let me put it this way. Even right off, if you decide to actually move in and think from a better life, right on, you can do this without any stress at all. But you see, it's kind of like an argument within yourself. See, it's like two people arguing, and the one who's got the least to say is usually the loudest. Or what he's saying is not really positive stuff. But if you're told that you think only on things, if you're told to think on things lovely and of good report, and it didn't ever tell you to think evil, was it? Looking back, I don't ever think I read anything where it's telling you. It tells you to completely ignore the devil.
Yeah.
I mean, don't invite him in to thought fear, because if you start listening to him, you see the thing of it is that he's good at debating too. He has a pretty strong message because he's operating on your fears. See, God did not give you the spirit of fear. God did not give you the spirit of sickness. We learn these. We actually learn how to be afraid. I don't know when you first became afraid, but I doubt if you remember it. First time you bumped your head trying to walk. Now that was a wake-up call in a sense, but it really is pretty hard to wake up people. I mean, yeah. If you just knew the right spot to tap them, to wake up a new vision, from over here rather than from over here. Because this one over here says you're responsible and not taking your responsibility. And over here saying, no, we're working on it. And that's all you actually do, is work on it. Because nobody gets it right away. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I'm here. Is because I know it took me years to get what shouldn't have taken just months, weeks. If you can drop the preconditioning from the ongoing drama, even for moments at a time, you will start seeing things clearly. And isn't that what you want to do? I mean, well, what do you buy these for? To see things clearer. Well, shut up once in a while and listen to what you're saying to yourself, and a lot of things that could become clear. That you're the problem you're looking for. Look, what? Me? You mean? Yeah, you. And that was me. That was everybody I've ever talked to are all looking to cause desired change. There's going to be change, but this is desired change. But you see, you have to pay attention to what you're moving to, from. See, your world isn't coming through you. To you. It's coming through you. In other words, as within, so without. I know I say this over and over and over, but also like what I said when I first started the program, you don't need anything. You just need to start using what you already have, and that's mind. Mind is all things to all. You have to think about it first before it can exist. Yeah. But that's God himself. All things to all. Well, what else would it be? That's all you have to do. Go sit down. Just shut up for a while. And nothing will happen. Because you're not looking for anything to happen. Because it's always your call. So if you sit there and you think, well, this is a waste of time. That's exactly what it is. If you don't put an interest in it, it's just a waste of time. Look, you're either investing in yourself or you're spending yourself. Meaning you're giving yourself away. Why? Why would you do that? And people do it very, very, I listen to them in conversations in the restaurant or any place else, and You hear them actually destroying themselves. And they say, well, what were you? What do you know? Oh, lady, what I know, someday you'll know. Just like Jesus said, these things I do, you must do also. Must do also. Ah, can you believe that? Didn't he raise the dead? That could I actually raise the dead? I'm told I can. I ain't got to that stage yet, but I'm certainly considering the idea of going about trying it. That's what you have to do. You have to do the thing, and you shall have the power. Well, the power will also include.
I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.